Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist, 1, 2. And all in between. This is for the absolute positive good God and truth of your shape, form, and mass, only crossing to an absolute bigger, better here and now, alive and well. If you've heard anything I've stated online through my videos or seen anything that I've posted, you will see that I state that Pistis Sophia was a primordial atom, more female than male with her matter. And as a reality check, God used her negative, right, as a negative to create all creation of existence. Only one more positive than all female negativity of her primordial atom state to reality check. And he did it like this. If you plug a plug into the wall, right, the male positive energy, the protonic energy of the plug better outweigh anything female matter of negativity of the plug, because if not, right, you could either catch your house on fire or your appliances won't work correctly. You won't have enough energy to sustain them. And because Pistis Sophia was created as a primordial atom, right, her neutrons and proton state was imbalanced. And it was created that way as a negative through God, and I'll explain to you. Like I said about the plug being plugged into the wall, okay? When you look at the Planck length of existence, it's the smallest speck of all creation of existence that we can see, okay? And it's just a circuit of energy, one more positive than all negativity. When this circuit of energy adds up to quark energy, these quark energies make protons and neutrons, okay? And when it doesn't, it makes the electron field of all things creation of existence. But for the sake of what I'm stating, these protons, right, are 2 up quarks, 1 down quark. And a neutron is 2 down quarks, 1 up quark. And Pistis Sophia was more neutronic as the matter of her than positive as an indestructible atom of matter. But God, as truth, knew, creating her that way through this quark energy, he could split her and split the 2 energies of God of all creation of existence, right? The protons and the neutrons of us. And this is what we articulate as a Big Bang, and where all creation of existence as we know it came into reality check, okay? And when he overwhelmed the negative flow, the dragon of energy, right? The she-he shafting neutronic matter of Pistis Sophia, it caused her to explode into 2 different energies, okay? One is the more male of us, right, the protonic energy, and the other one's the more female of us, which is the neutronic energy, okay? Now, when the proton overwhelmed the neutron, along with the electron field, right, it created the first sustainable atom, good as the truth of God, of the life of Jesus Christ, right, one who can never be destroyed, okay? And in reality check, at that point, when these atoms came together more sustainable than unsustainable, more male than female, they build up the periodic table. Now, there is female atoms that can still be split, but for the most part, most of the periodic table of matter is of atoms crossing and bonding. They're made of indestructible atoms, okay? Now, here's the thing about these indestructible atoms. When they bond 2 or more positive protonic male than any female negativity about them, they state the matter that they are good as truth, and it can't be destroyed. The atom matter evolved of whatever they're stating on the periodic table, good as truth, and it can't be destroyed. Think about it like this, right? You feel more positive than negative, right? It states you good as truth, okay? The way you feel is good as truth, and the absolute bigger and better of it here and now is you can't be destroyed for that. The only thing that does is destroys anything negative that could kill you with suffering, to want nothing of you, just negative of you here and now, being more positive and good as truth of your shape, form, mass. All atom matter evolved is expressed good to the truth of God of its shape, form, mass, bigger and better than all negativity that would not have it here and now, or it would not be here and now. And as long as you stay more positive with your circulation, right, with your circuitry, you are stated good as truth, and by the physics and laws of all known matter, you cannot be destroyed for that. And that's why when the nuclear bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right, there was people right in the blast radius, and they lived 80, 90 years, okay? And the radiation either barely phased them or didn't phase them at all. And then there was people 500 miles from the blast zone that just got totally annihilated. There was nothing left of them. And the reason why is the people who made it, they were stated more positive in the here and now of them, good as the truth of God of them, than all negativity of them. And you cannot destroy any atom matter evolved that is stated that way. In reality check, all atoms creation of existence, it don't matter what their bonding matter is, if they're one atom or a billion atoms in a mountain, right? If they're stated more positive than negative, they're stated good as truth, and they cannot be destroyed to the reality check of their matter. They can't come to no harm. They can't come to no destruction, no decay, no disintegration, none of that, okay? So here's the thing about it. Like I said, when you plug a plug into the wall, the male positive energy has to overwhelm anything negative female about that plug, or you could either burn your house down or things won't work right. And inside all your atom matter evolved is protons and neutrons. And just like the sun has to overwhelm anything neutronic, negatively neutronic, more protonic positive than anything negatively neutronic about the earth, or no life could exist as we know it, right? You have to do the same thing with your body always, only cross more positive than negative to keep your matter good as truth, as a fact of God check of you, only crossing to a bigger, better here and now of reality check. All facts state this way. Only one more positive than all negativity that could destroy them. That is the good truth of a fact, right? And that is the absolute timeless, bigger, better reality check of a fact, okay? Now, here's the fact of God of that, right? That fact, and any fact that states that way, only states through the atom matter evolved of it, okay? Even if it's in a context. You hear what I'm trying to tell you? Meaning it's a descriptive fact. But that descriptive fact only states that way to the reality check of atom matter evolved. Your body is made of protons and neutrons. As long as your protons always overwhelm anything negative about you as a fact of God check, you're stated good as truth, timeless, and you cannot be destroyed check to the absolute bigger, better of you here and now, alive and well. And that's why Jesus didn't die for your sins, your hallucinations of faith. He set the standard that never dies. He set the example that never dies. Him and the thief bonded one more positive, good as the truth of God of them, as a fact of God of them, checked, and all foolish, faithful negativity about them, hanging them out to one nothing, and they stole their lives back. You hear me? The thief rode back the tomb. He sent Jesus on his way. Mary seen the thief. She gave him a kiss and told him he was an angel, and he said he went that way. You hear me? That way of life. He didn't come back as a ghost. He came back good as truth. Jesus said, you'll be in paradise with me. And the thief believed it, and he understood what a fact is. And a fact states the God of you. It states the good truth of you. It states the bigger, better matter of the here and now of you, only to reality check of you, alive and well. And that fool, like all else, right, that is less than a fact as far as mankind is concerned, is the faith of you. And that fool with his faith, right, crisscrossed negative with negativity, and it was the one nothing of him, infinitely just negative as hell, right, hanging himself and his life out to one nothing of him here and now, with the devilish hells of him forevermore. Just like all them fools that put him up on the cross. And I'm going to explain, or put them up on the cross. And I'm going to explain something else to you. Just like I've said in other videos. If the protons of you, right, doesn't overwhelm the matter of you, which is the neutrons of you, it's the matter and the soul of you, and they're two total opposite polarities, okay? Then that neutron, right, is in a state of radioactive decay and disintegration on itself. And here's the reality check of it. All faith is less than what's good as truth, or we just be good as truth for faith. But we're not. Now, all faith has positive variables. But every faith states that things cross bad, evil, and sinful, and this is an unevolved articulation on the negatives of them. So they don't know to always bring back everything negative more positive. And the ones who do and don't, they're just sold out to it, our leadership. Okay? And in reality check, when you don't do that, right, it's just like on the outside of an atom, when a neutron or a neutron star, right, isn't overwhelmed more protonic, positive with energy, it's in a constant state of radioactive decay and disintegration. And eventually its matter can't sustain it, right? And it collapses into a black hole abyss on itself, just infinitely one nothing of it here and now, forevermore. And this is what you do with your body when you crisscross with faith, which is always negative to what is good as truth, because it's not always more positive for you. And it causes a snake of energy, of negative energy, to crisscross on the neutron of you, right? Stating that things are bad, evil, and sinful, right? And to cross negative with negativity is the devilish hells of you. And over a volume of time or extremes, it is the decay and disintegration of your matter collapsing you into a black hole abyss of you, just infinitely negative of you here and now with the devilish hells of you. And that's a fact. God, truth, the reality check of what you do to yourself with faith. Because in reality check, right, no faith, right, no faith states only good as truth. All faith is a gamble. It is a crapshoot. It is lacking what is good as truth always, or there wouldn't be so many faiths. The Holy Bible says, be in the world, but not of the world. And it says that for a reason, because this is a world of faith. You hear me? And without knowing to always be like the sun and be more protonic and overwhelm anything negative of the earth to keep mankind alive, right? Not to do that for yourself, to stay more protonic than anything neutronic about you. All you have is faith, and it's no good as truth. In reality check, it doesn't matter what the positive variables are, because they don't keep you lasting that way. Because all faith crisscrosses a snake and a bushwhack, a hallucinating, nutty, fruity bushwhack on your matter. And it is the she-he shaft of the devil of you to cross negative with negativity always. Blind leading blind if you're stating that this negative is a bad, evil, sinful way, because you have not the ability to equate it back more positive. The only way you can add up, stay, or be good is truth, bigger and better than all negativity. And that is a fact of God check. From the fool, thief, man, God, King, Adam, man, first evolved. King Adamus evolved all. God, truth, reality check. I am. Peace.